Hi friends, welcome to my videos. So today in this video I'm going to show you how you can online apply parent super visa step by step. Before I proceed further, if you have not already subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and subscribe because I regularly upload videos, and if you have any concern, any question, anything that comes in your mind, feel absolutely free to ask. Alright guys, so let's proceed. So guys, for the purpose of this video, let's say there is an Indian citizen who is also a permanent resident of Canada. His name is John Smith, and he has his father, let's say William Smith, and he is calling his father to stay with him for 2 years. So he is gonna apply parent super visa for this. I have already compared parent super visa with visitor with sponsorship, and a different video has been published. I'm going to include link in the description. If you want to take a look at that, just go ahead. So I have logged in into the MyCIC account. The first thing is to click on apply to come to Canada. We don't have a personal reference code, so click here, visitor visa, study or work permit. Now this questionnaire is very important. So from the principal applicant point of view, what would you like to do here? Visit, because super visa is like visit. More than 6 months, you know that you can stay up to 2 years if granted. Select the code. So he is from India. Let's go for India. What is your current country territory of residence? India. He's in India. Do you have family member who is Canadian permanent? Yes, he has. So let me give him a date of birth, 1958. Month, let's say August. Date, let's say 01. Next. Have you lived in Canada permanent resident? No, because this question is for his father. Are you lawful, green card holder? No. How are you related? Child, grandchild. What is your marital status? So let's say he is married, or yeah, let's go for married. He has a wife, let's say Elizabeth Smith. What is the province of destination? Ontario. So you can see what are the things you can try. Family class, visitor visa, parent, grandparent, super visa. So we are going for this, so click on continue. Now further questionnaire comes. Which documents are you using to prove that your child, grandchild meets the low income cutoff minimum? So notice of assessment, T4, employment letter, proof of other income. Alright, whatever is applicable in your case. Now this is about any criminal history. So he has a clean criminal history. No. Have you had a medical examiner performed by within last 12 months? So we know that this is required, so I simply select yes. Do you want to submit a for a family member? Let's say yes. Next. Now you got a message. If you are submitting applications for more than one family member, please start with a spouse or common law partner if it applies. Next. Which country does your family member live in? India. Like both husband and wife live together. Which country should a family member's passport or travel document? India. Next. Is your family resident of US? No. Both of them live together. Current marital status, so married to him. Date of birth. So for his mother, Elizabeth Smith, let's say her date of birth is 1960. Oh, here you go. And she was born on September 1st. Where will you stay? Ontario. Why is your family member visiting Canada? Visit, tourism, visit or less than study, visit, all other types. Does your family want to apply for a parent and guardian? Let's say yes. ever committed any crime? Let's say no. Medical exam performed? Yes. Assume both of them went for the medical exam together. Fingerprint photo application? No. Let's say this is their first application. Fees associated? Yes. Are you paying for members application fee? Yes. Do you want to submit another? No. Click no. Someone access? No. You don't have any representative. Now this question is for you. So you have, William Smith. So he has also not given his fingerprint. So no. Fees associated? Yes. Digital copy? Yes. Online? Yes. So you can review all the answers here and click on continue. Now this defines the step. Continue. Now here comes the checklist. So you can see that this is a very long application, but that is expected because some forms need to be submitted by all applicants, we know. So that is why you have got a long checklist, but I am going to walk you through this and then we'll see how it proceeds from there. So the very first application is like application for visitor visa made outside of Canada. Okay, then your passport. This is for you. I'm in the main applicant here, William Smith. You when we went to the questionnaire, you selected that T4 T1 will be submitted to prove the income of your kid, your child, sorry to use the word kid, and that your child meets the minimum low income criteria so that you can stay there without any issues. Then invitation letter, definitely it's required. Use of family member representative for online application, yes, because you are submitting for family member. Like marriage certificate, medical insurance coverage, this is a mandatory thing. You selected notice of assessment, also purpose of travel, that is also other income, financial support, like whatever you submitted there. Proof of upfront medical exam, proof of relationship, family information, inviter's employment letter, your son's, like in this case John Smith's employment letter that he meets income. Optional documents, client information. Now they have clearly mentioned family members. So you see that not all the supporting documents have been asked, but yes, passport, digital photo, upfront medical exam, family information, because this is needs to be submitted by each and every applicant. So what I am gonna do, I am gonna take you through this application form filling for some of them so that you can actually understand. So let's open this 5257 first. So we have reached this stage. I have opened the form. So this form needs to be submitted by both William and Elizabeth Smith. So I'm going to show you how to submit it for William Smith, but this will be required for Elizabeth Smith also, like she needs to also submit it. Okay. And it says if you need more space for any section, put an additional sheet containing the appropriate section, complete and submit it with your application. Alright, so the first is unique client identifier. So this is the first application, so there is no unique client identifier, but if you have ever applied before, you get an 8 or 10 digit number that specifies your client identification. So if you have it, or it's always good to put it so that they can retrieve your profile right away, otherwise this is not mandatory. You want service in English, visa requested, this has to be visitor visa, personal details, okay, Smith, his name is William. Have you ever used any name? No. He is male. Date of birth 1958 0801. Let's say he was born in New Delhi. New Delhi, country India, citizenship India. He is living in India. He is a citizen. Previous country president during the last 5 years, have you lived in any country territory other than your country of citizenship or your current country territory residence? Let's say no. Whatever is applicable in your case. So same as where you are applying, same as the country or territory of residence. Yes, he is applying from India. His current marital status, as we said, married. So the question being asked when it was done. So let's say he was born in 1958. 82. Let's say the marriage was done in 1982. How about that? I'm creating sample dates. 1982, February 14, Valentine's Day. Wow, a good day. Provide the name of your current spouse, partner, family name, Smith. Oh. Elizabeth. Have you ever been married or in a common personal details continued? Have you previously been married? I mean before this current. Let's say no, he never had any divorce or separation. Your native language, because he's from India, let's say Hindi is his native language. Are you able to communicate English? English, yes. Have you taken any exam? No. Passport, his passport number. Issued in India. When was it issued? Let's say this was issued in 2015. October 1st, and it's gonna expire in 2025. September 30. Okay. Do you have nationality document? This is not a mandatory question. I mean, you can select no and then this will become disabled. But what I say, like, it's always good to provide. So when I submitted my first application from India, I selected yes and provided PAN card number. But now you can provide Aadhaar card number, whatever is applicable in your case. I'm just putting PAN card number. Just a sample, it's not my PAN card number. India issue date. So these are not mandatory because, for example, PAN card, we know that there is no expiry date. So it's up to you. You can even leave it also if there is no issue or expiry. But if there is a date, just put it. US card holder, no, he is not. Current mailing address, like apartment 1 New Delhi Street, City Town, New Delhi, country India, postal code, district Delhi. Station is same as mailing address, yes. Telephone number, other. He has one residence number, 91, mobile number. Let's say he has a residence number also. Email address is important. Okay. Purpose of my visit, super visa. You can see this is very important. Select super visa. Indicate how long you are planning to stay. So let's say he's traveling, he's planning to go there November 30. and he wants to stay there till 21 October 10. Funds available for my stay. This is very important. You need to see the minimum criteria and other things in order to, let's say this guy is very rich. This is not the minimum firm and there's no limit of maximum. I'm just putting a high number. Name, address or relationship of any person, institution will visit. Let's say he's gonna visit John Smith. Relationship to me, his child. Address in Canada, let's say he lives in 1 Toronto Street, Ontario. Education, post-secondary education, yes. Okay, so let's say from 1976 June to 1980 June, he studied Bachelor's of Business Administration. Okay, he studied at, let's say, New Delhi Business School. City, town, New Delhi. Country, India. Employment. Okay, so let's say after his education, 1980 07 till today, he's been doing current occupation, I mean same, like family business. So, and he is not yet retired, although probably he has reached, but he has not retired. Current activity, he'll say let's say rice trading, just simply. Company, employer, facility name, let's say Smith Exports. City, town, New Delhi. Country, India. Whatever the applicable in your case. If you need more space, you need to attach additional sheet. Within the past two, like this background information is very important. Do not hide anything. Be very honest, because you don't want to get trapped in misrepresentation. So put that information. Within past 2 years, have your family member had any tuberculosis? Let's say the very clear history. I know it's very rare to find 100% clear medical history in when you have at a high age, but for that you have the medical exam, so no need to worry about it. Be very clear here. Have you remained? No, he has never been out of India. You are committed because he has very clean history. He has never served in a military militia. He has done the family business all these years. He has no political background. Okay, you can select a date here. So when you are applying online, you don't need to sign here, because later at a stage you will be asked to sign online. So click on validate. This is very important, because if you have missed anything or anything in incorrect format, it's going to tell you. So okay, so validation completed successfully, but this doesn't mean that you have filled everything correctly. There could be mistakes, there could be some minor mistakes like incorrect dates, and also it's always good to verify everything at least once more before you send the form. So save it and then upload it. So I'm back to the checklist. I don't know if the session is still active or not, but I'm going to click on upload file. Wow, this is active. Click on upload file. Uploaded. Click on return to your documents. Okay. So the similar form needs to be submitted by his wife Elizabeth also. So I'm not going to walk you through that again because I've shown you how this can be filled up. Like you need to select supervisor there and other pieces of information, like when Elizabeth is submitting, it should be Smith Elizabeth, her applicant's name, marriage date should be the same, and spouse name should be William Smith. Elizabeth's date of birth, Elizabeth's education, Elizabeth's employment, whatever is applicable needs to be filled up. Okay, so let's proceed with this. So passport, they have clearly instructed at what information needs to be captured. You must put a copy of the page that shows date of birth, country of origin, and any pages with stamp. So for the purpose of this video, I'm gonna upload a sample file. So we are also providing a T4 and T1 for his son John Smith to prove his income. So this you need to collect from John Smith and apply. You can see, and you need a signed invitation letter as part. And what are the things to be included, you can read here: full name, title, business contact, reason, full name of employees, the intended duration, detailed itinerary, specifying who will be responsible for all travel expenses, like full information you need to provide. They're given the instructions. So again, I'm going to upload a sample document. Okay, because you selected, you are filing the application for a spouse, I mean a family member also, that's going to fill this form also. Click on this. Okay, now this says this form is used for family members who wish to apply online together in one MyCIC submission. To do this, all members must complete this form, one per family, I mean one form per family, to appoint the family member whose MyCIC account will be used to submit the applications. So for the purpose of this video, as we discussed, like we are filing a super visa application where the main applicant, I mean the applicant whose MyCIC account is used, his name is William Smith, and as a family member he is applying for Elizabeth Smith as well, his wife, because they are invited by their son John Smith, who is in Canada, who is a permanent resident of Canada and Indian citizen. So let's fill that up. Family member representative, write the full name and date of birth of another to be appointed as the representative. So in this case, William Smith is the representative because his MyCIC account is being used. So put the information: Smith William, his date of birth. Oh, I should. It's not mandatory, but I always suggest use standard. I mean, yeah, standard way of writing. Date of birth 1958 August 1. Okay. Information on the family: write name, date of birth, and define the relationship of each family member to the representative. So name, so it's Elizabeth Smith. Relationship to family member representative, so spouse. Date of birth, so 1960 September 01. Okay, granting permission to the family member representative. Each family member is 18 years age older, listed in section M, must sign and date this section to appoint the family member. So here Elizabeth Smith needs to sign, and here the date, let's say today's date 2019. So what you need to do is, like, here is you need to take a printout and then sign here, because you cannot put you cannot sign here. And here the main person whose MyCIC account is being used, like William Smith, he needs to sign. So here Elizabeth needs to sign, here William needs to sign. So take a print, sign, and then you can upload this. Okay, I'm back to the checklist. Let's see if I can upload. I mean, the session is still active. It is. Okay, so this is done. Next is marriage certificate. Yes, because we declare that Elizabeth is the spouse of William, so definitely marriage certificate is required. So I'm gonna upload a sample form. If you're married outside Canada, there are things that you need to know. So I'm just upload a sample file. Medical insurance coverage, you know that for parent super visa, you need to provide insurance for 1 year with a Canadian insurance company for at least 100,000, and this has to be like paid. It should not be a quote. So I suppose you have already done it. I'm gonna upload a sample document here. Okay, digital photo. So this is for you. You can see the standards here. So go to a very good photographer and get it done. Notice of assessment, yeah, this you selected during the questionnaire that you will be providing, that's why it has come. So this comes from your son John Smith. So upload this. Purpose of travel, you must submit proof that you are going to go for a temporary visit. So your flight departing and your travel itinerary, proof of medical appointment. So yeah, whatever is applicable in your case, you need to provide. You must have some proof that you are coming for temporary visit, so that you need to provide here as applicable in your circumstances and your case. You need to upload that. So again, I'm going to upload a sample document. One more thing, like that you are coming to Canada for temporary visit. So when you are going for 2 years, you cannot show a flight ticket, right? Because flight ticket you cannot book for more than 1 year and all. But you need to prove that you're coming for temporary visit. So include as much dependencies as you can, like your properties, business, relatives in your home country. Put that information, and then I mean, the more proof the more evidence you put, it's good for you. And also, like you, if you have good financial support during your stay, again it increases your chances of success, because that means you don't need to work illegally to support your stay. So I'm again gonna put a sample document. We also selected other financial support, so that also you need to provide during the questionnaire, if you remember. So let's submit this as well. Proof of upfront medical examination, we selected this, and it's required for, like, medical examination is required for your super visa. So select this. Proof of relationship. Okay, so you need to understand that this proof of relationship is between you and your host, your son. So birth certificate is I mean, you can submit your son's passport, you can submit. I mean, I suggest combine and a copy of inside back of invoice showing the invited parents if applicable. Yeah, so these are the things applicable in your case, so that's what you need to submit here. Family information form, so this needs to be submitted by all the applicants. So if you go down, even Elizabeth needs to submit this. So I've already uploaded a video about this, so I'm not gonna repeat this once again. You can find the link in the description and you can follow that. Inviters, employment letter, this again you selected at the time of submitting your application, so this is being asked. Okay, so we have completed the mandatory section for William Smith. Now optional section. So 5 to 5.7, this is important to be submitted, although this is optional. So I've already uploaded a video about this, so I'm going to include the link how you can submit this, and I strongly suggest you submit this. Client information is very important, although this is optional. So here basically what I suggest people to do, describe your case in a very clear way, so that a third person, like the visa officer, when he reads this letter, he should be aware of what exactly the application is and what are the things you uploaded. For example, if I am William Smith, how I'll write, dear sir or ma'am, my name is William Smith, I am applying for this. I am visiting my son who is living here, and I have met all the conditions of this visa by this, like You can say the funds available, invitation letter, medical exam, your temporary stay. You can also say that in order to prove my temporary stay, I have quoted these documents where I show you the dependencies I have in my home country India that I have to return, and I'm gonna stay in Canada temporarily. I don't need to work in Canada because of these resources I already have with me and my son. So that you can put the information, and that's always good. Like, it should be very clear from a third person's eyes that when somebody reads your application, it's like they should be aware, yeah, you are okay. And it's always a good way to write at the end that if you need any more clarification or documents, please do not hesitate to ask and put and sign. That's a very good way to write, because that I always suggest, and in my other application I have done that. Okay, so now we are coming for Elizabeth Smith. So you can see family member 1 and the date of birth that we selected uh, earlier, that has been during the questionnaire, that has been written here. So she needs to submit some documents, like not all, like mandatory documents, uh, 5257 and then 564 for family information, passport, digital photo, proof of upfront medical examination, because other documents are common, because if their son is writing an invitation letter for his parents, that needs to be submitted only once. Similarly, T4, letter of employment, medical insurance, everything. But yes, medical insurance, when you are buying, in this case, make sure buy for both the parents. It's not for only one. Then again there will be a trouble. Don't do that. Alright. So I submitted a sample document for Elizabeth Smith. Okay. Family information form, again the link is there in the description, you can watch from there. And I'm gonna put some sample documents for all of these, and then we'll go to the next section. Okay, so I submitted sample documents, and yes, as I say, always provide these documents for the purpose here. Like as I said, link is there in the description, and client information, always put that. So once you are through all, you can see the fee. 2 people are involved in this application, so $100 and $200 fee. Family biometric fee, so they have taken in the combined way, 170. Okay, total cost 370. So click on next. So here you see that the document submitted by you and Elizabeth Smith. So you have to select I agree, put first name, last name as your electronic signature and security question, and sign. And in the next stage, it's gonna ask you to pay the fee. So I'm not going to that stage because I don't want to waste $370 from my pocket. So but in your actual application, that is how you proceed. So I hope you like this video. Make sure to give it a like and comment, and if you have any concern, any question, anything that comes in mind, feel absolutely free to ask. Thank you guys.